All right, 3, 2, and 1. Well, Mayor Katie, welcome back. Mayor's Monday here, WSAU, WSAU.com. Somebody is way too excited about Monday, but we've come to expect that from you occasionally, you know, and
unbridled enthusiasm.
And especially for the weirdest things like strategic planning and you know things like that. But yeah, hey, it's
nerd stuff.
Exactly. It's why we love you. It's why you're in this position.
Thanks,
absolutely. It's why you're in this position. And again, it's not all about you though.
Okay, no, it's not.
Because you got to have the people around you. And first off, we want to ask you, the city, first off, it's been without an economic development director for
a year
or so. Yeah. And it's a position you're finally filling, and it's actually somebody who has ties to Wausau as well.
This is true. Okay, so first of all, let's talk process.
Yes.
It's tough to find the right fit and the right person for Wausau. So, you know, we went through the process last year right away, and we didn't find exactly who we wanted. It wasn't the right fit. So we hired a recruiter, and they actually knocked on all the windows and doors and, you know, helped us find the right applicants for this job. So, you know, this is something we've done for other positions. So we did that for this position, and they came with a whole, you know, bunch of resumes, and we interviewed a bunch of people, and turns out that Liz Brodak, we're super pumped. She nailed her interview. She was amazing. So we had some really good people in the interview too. I guess, you know, people don't know how we do these things. I was part of it, but I also asked Mary Perry, who's the Wisconsin Housing and Economic Development Executive Director for the state of Wisconsin. She was in on all these interviews, and she had some amazing insights. Let me just tell you, if you want a good interview, you should talk to Mary Perry sometime. She's amazing.
Put it on the list, yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple other people fill in around the city for these interviews, and it was really great, actually. I feel really confident, and if you know Liz, she might be more enthusiastic than me. So I think we're going to have a lot of energy coming in.
Yeah, and that's something that the city needs. Obviously, you go without an economic development director for a year. Now, granted, the year that we were without one was not a common year.
It was very uncommon.
By any stretch of the imagination. So there was not a lot of business growth that went on anywhere in the country. You had companies downsizing, if nothing else. But why is it important to have somebody in this position?
I will tell you, if people were worried that we were without a captain when it comes to economic development, we weren't. Brad Lenz stepped up. He was technically our interim director for the whole year, and you know, he had some help with Sean being business development, and obviously Tammy and Betty and everybody in that department. They all stepped up. So we were definitely moving forward with all the things we needed to do. But yeah, it's really important that we hit the ground running. We are so ready. You know, people have big plans, and you know, we might even see restaurants that want to open again. So provided they can find the staff, I guess. But yeah, you know, it's a challenging year.
Yeah, exactly. So what exactly is it that you know, brings her to Wausau? I know she's somebody who's been here before, and you've kind of implied that she's got a lot of enthusiasm for the area.
Yeah, so she worked on the bid district previously. You know, we call that here the River District, but she's doing that in the Milwaukee area right now. So she's actually the person in the state that has the most experience managing the most bid districts. So it's pretty interesting. And you know, dealing with boards of all kinds and business owners, you know, it takes a certain kind of a person, and she's really good at that. So I know that she'll be able to expand on that. She cares a lot about economic development and bringing people in, and we need all of that. We need more people. We need more businesses. We need to help people. You know, just bring them up. Let's go.
So of course that means, you know, blink twice if she's got ties to Red Lobster or Chipotle or things like that. What else is it that the area keeps talking about? Wingstop.
Trader Joe's is the one I hear a lot about. And honestly, I have actually heard about Chipotle and Trader Joe's, but you know,
Yep, exactly, right? Exactly. But anyway, yeah, but those are the kind of projects that people want to see in the area, and you've got to have somebody in position to help facilitate those discussions.
Yeah, we definitely, and we've got some big development happening. You know, that T-wall proposal is huge. So we definitely need somebody leading the way on this and generating the right kind of enthusiasm and making sure we get the right kind of deal. And so, you know, we're working through that now. We have great leaders here stepping up all over the place, but it'll be great to have somebody focused singly on this.
And especially this is important as you're going through the big redevelopments downtown right now. Of course, the mall, the 3/4 of a mall that we have left are 25% of them all that's left over there. They've wasted no time in, tearing down all those treasured memories. And for some, and we're ready to redevelop that. And yes, some of that is going to be housing, but some of that will also be business space.
Like businesses. It'll also be experiential. I've heard about some of the experiential elements that are already talking about being there, so it's really great. It'll be really good for the downtown. But yeah, we definitely need somebody to be here and advocating for the needs of Wausau and making sure that we're covered there.
Mm-hmm. And again, her start date is going to be...
It'll be August. I wish I could tell you the exact date. I don't have it in my head, but it's August, so we're coming up. Less than a month away right now.
Yeah, exactly. We'll look forward to seeing what she can bring to the area, and not only immediately, but this is a position that may not really pay off for 5 or 6 years.
That's
it's going to be
all of this goes.
Yeah.
So it's slow moving, but man, the reactions are quick.
Yeah, exactly. And you did get some things done quickly though, and some of that involved goats on the island. So this was something that it took off on the internet. It became internet famous very quickly. Just to give us an idea, though, of why it was important to bring goats into Wausau to serve as weed eaters.
Yeah, it kind of, all these things that come together kind of serendipitously. At the same time, I was talking to our parks director, Jamie Pauley, about some of the things she was doing on the island to clear out the invasive species, buckthorn, honeysuckle. There's some other stuff there, these woody things that take over if you don't manage it. So, last year they took out the really huge pieces. And at the same time, I'm seeing Madison talking about these goats they hired to get rid of their invasive species. And so, of course, I immediately sent it to Jamie and I said, hey, you know what? This is a really good idea. It's better than chemicals. Mm-hmm. And, she looked into it. It's very economical. They get the job done in 2 weeks or less. It depends on how fast they eat. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're out there right now munching away. I was out there yesterday and I saw some kids from the YMCA walking by. And one very enthusiastic girl who is going to probably be mayor in 20 years turns to me and just screamed in my face, I love goats! And I said, me too. So it's been interesting. I've been tagged in a lot of goat pictures lately. People are out there. People didn't even know Barker Stewart Island was a Wausau Park. So that's another thing. Kind of discovery of our public spaces has been great. So I'm excited for when they're done and we can see their work.
Yes, as soon as that area is cleared up, because we all know what goes in must come out as well. So I assume you have a plan for that.
Jamie's taking care of it all, and they're mainly in the brushy areas where people don't generally hang out there. If there's anything on the trail, that gets taken care of by her staff. But she said minimal. It will be minimal time to clean up.
Minimal waste. Yep. Minimal waste. Okay, we'll go with that. That's the radio safe term. So, but this is again something that has brought some great publicity to the city, and as you mentioned, it's safer, a lot safer than chemicals. Yeah. I always tell everybody, if I'm going to get cancer, it's not from all the Mountain Dew I drink. It's from the Roundup that I've had to deal with in previous lives. And it also it provides kind of an educational opportunity for these kids as well, because as you said, it's not a petting zoo, so to speak, but
definitely not. Don't pet the goats out there.
Yes, do not pet the goats out there.
If you can get to them, don't.
Yes, but we're still learning a lot about them, and it's become something that the community's talked about.
Yeah, it's fun, and Jamie's actually organizing an educational event, probably closer to the end of their time here. I think it's going to be July 22nd, but we'll see. It'll be exciting. There'll be the nice goats where you might actually be able to pet them.
Mm-hmm. So, and this is something that could become a yearly tradition for
Jamie
Wausau.
will analyze it, and if she likes the way it goes, I would love to keep bringing those goats back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and these farmers are amazing. They're doing a lot of good. So
yeah, absolutely. And again, as somebody who's been in agriculture, we appreciate the shout out.
Listen, people act like the city is so far off from the country. No, we need each other. Mm-hmm. Bad.
Absolutely. One more thing that before we let you go, we talked about getting outside with the goats and things like that. People have been getting outside as well for concerts on the square in the 400 block. We've had downtown's been packed, and it's been great to see this summer. So a lot of great events have come back to Wausau this year.
I am so excited. I know this is airing on a day that this will already be passed, but we have the balloon stuff coming up.
Of course.
Today is our first of several pop-up splash pad opportunities. It's partnership between the Parks Department and the Fire Department. So if getting sprayed by a hose sounds awesome to you, stop by. I'm really excited. But yeah, Wausau Festival is coming up at the end of the month. I'm ready. It feels good to be back to normal. We just had a swearing in ceremony for our new fire chief. It feels good to celebrate each other and be with each other again. And I'm not usually a hugger, and that was actually one of the things I liked about the pandemic. I was like, nope, sorry, 6 feet. But I'm just welcoming all the hugs right now. Like it's good to be back.
So then, as far as the Wausau Festival, I know this is one of the things that obviously a lot of events bring thousands to Wausau, but this is something that brings massive amounts, to the Wausau area. This is something that hotels across the region benefit from. Give us an idea. Do you know what that's going to be looking like yet this year? Of course, I know that's not your event, but the city has a hand in it.
Yeah, definitely. So we had our room tax dollars. We allocated some funds to this because we know that it's a big deal for our area, and it supports the right kinds of things that we want to support. Activities for people. Bringing people together. So we'll have lots of sports teams. Obviously, all of the cultural dancing and the food and all the competitions. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. I've already been hearing what some of the special guests they're bringing in, so that's going to be fun. So I'm ready. Bring it.
And again, for anybody that comes into Wausau for one of these festivals, the important thing to know is, like a lot of other cities right now, we want you to know we are open for business, and we are ready to welcome you.
Oh my gosh, we are so open for business. Shop at our local stores, get some lunch, celebrate with us. It's ready. We're ready.
Absolutely. Well, Mayor Katie, we always appreciate the time, and we'll look forward to chatting again next month, and again, hopefully, maybe next month, who knows, we can be outside somewhere or something like that.
I like it.
Yeah.